Would you like to know how to make over $148,000 a month selling a single bedside table lamp? We're going to show you this week in another episode of What's in the Box. Taking a look at a product that does almost $150,000 just selling a single lamp. We're going to be looking at the things that it does really well and some things that it can improve. And if you want to stay in the loop with industry tips, news, and strategy, make sure to subscribe below. All right, guys, let's dive in. So what's the deal with this lamp? Let's just look at the actual niche itself for bedside table lamps. Now, we're going to be using the Chrome extension. This is one of our best product research tools, as well as Sales Spy, to look at how the product niche sells, as well as how the individual product itself sells over time. So looking at the Chrome extension, I already did a keyword search for the best, most relevant keywords using our Keywords on Fire tool. But what I found to be the most best converting keywords for this niche is table lamps for bedroom, as well as nightstand lamp. Both of these niches score very well, around the 62 to 63% respectively. And it's important to remember that about 55 to 70% is that really nice sweet spot for a solid niche score. You can see a full breakdown of the niche score. We have the buyer demand, the competition opportunity, investment sweet spot, revenue potential. Now, the competition opportunity is where the category is a little bit more challenging, and I think that we can get into this a little bit more detail, but this is also where this seller doesn't fully capitalize because there's some things that they could do better to stand out in relation to the competition. As we scroll through the listings, we see a lot of just lamps on tables with some kind of random IKEA style accessories. Nothing that really screams, I want to click on this product and learn more. So let's just take a look. That's just high level, some of the things that I noticed as I scroll through page one. Looking at the actual data itself, we see some really interesting things. The search volume is sitting at over 15,000 monthly searches for this exact phrase, nightstand lamp, which is that's a solid search volume. The monthly sales are good. The price is actually higher than our recommended price, sitting at about the $37 range, $38 range, which is really good. And then the average reviews is around 300. And what I like to do at this point when I get to the reviews is I then filter by reviews to see how the top sellers, how their review count looks, and then what kind of space is below those top 10 sellers. Because really, in the beginning, you're probably not going to be able to compete very well with those sellers with 300 to 500 reviews. You're going to be wanting to look for that sweet spot of below 100 reviews. And for this keyword phrase, nightstand lamp, it's pretty competitive until you get to about 20, 25 listings mark, and then it begins to drop off. So it's just something to keep in mind there. It is a little bit more of a competitive category, which is why the competition score is a little bit lower. But people seem to be very happy with these products. The rating sits at an average rating of 4.5. And then of course we get into the monthly revenue, and this product sells really well. The product niche sells really well, almost $22,000 monthly revenue. And then the launch budget's right around where it should be at $18,000. I do want to really quickly just go over to Sales Spy, where we can take a look at the historical sales data. We're just going to look at the last 6 months to see what kind of information we can get, because it's important to remember that the Chrome extension is showing us a snapshot of the sales figures on the day we're running the search. Sales Spy is going to give us some more granular information about the sales over time. So what I noticed right off the bat looking at this is sales have been very consistent since April and have even improved maybe by 1.5x as the summer started. This might be a seasonal product for potentially college grads, so something to keep in mind there, and that might be contributing to the higher score around that time. And then also this big spike here probably represents a moment where they ran out of stock and their BSR just totally tanked and they weren't making sales. So just important to make sure that when you found an interesting product using the Chrome extension, to add some of those products to Sales Spy, because you're going to get some more information about how the product really sells. So just a quick point there. Okay guys, so now we've established that there is room to compete in this category. So we're gonna take a look at what a product does really well and see what we could do even better. If I wanna look at the listing and just give you my first impressions, having looked at a lot of listings on Amazon, I know what works well and what could kind of be a little bit better just looking at this listing. First thing I notice is they do a really good job optimizing their listing copy, and we'll use the Keywords on Fire tool in a second with the listing optimizer to really drive this point home. But their copy is written really well, and you can tell that they're writing it in a way which is SEO optimized. So they're really trying to optimize for the right keywords. Now, key thing here is, are they optimized for the right keywords? And we'll look at that in a minute. Just looking at some additional first impressions, the hero image is fine. but it does look kind of bland. There's nothing that really stands out even against a white background, which is kind of a problem. I do like the second photo. They do show the transitions with the 3 different light settings, which is nice. And then they also show you the light itself can change from white to different colors. These 3 images I would improve on. This one looks like Suppliers magazine or something like that. This doesn't look like it should be resting on an Amazon listing page. As a buyer, I don't see this image and think to myself, ooh, I want to buy that product now, which is the goal with your product photos. And then additionally, with these 2 pictures, these are like their take on a lifestyle photo. Again, these are kind of lifeless lifestyle photos, if you ask me. These just, they don't say a lot about who they're marketing to, and they're clearly just took some photos from this video, which we'll take a look at as well. But this is basically just a video showcasing the product. So again, my point here is just that they don't breathe a whole lot of life into this product by looking at the photos, but their copy is written quite well. Scrolling down, we do have some more information from the manufacturer, some more photos, but again, I think that these could be better. They don't have a whole lot of character, but they do show some additional information about the product, which is important. Remember, when you're creating your listing, make sure to take full advantage of all of the characters that you can when writing your listing copy. Make sure it's written well and is articulate, speaks to your customers, but then also make sure to really stress the importance of your product photography. It's really important to get it right because you're telling your story to your customers in just 6-7 photos and a video. You wanna make sure to do that in a way that makes them think, oh wow, this brand is really cool, this product is really cool, I'm ready to buy it. All right guys, so let's just take a quick look at the product itself and see what it does so well to make it $148,000 a month. So just looking at the packaging itself, you know, they do show the product, the brand, and what it is. And then they also have this messaging here that says go green with Aki. Obviously this is a cardboard box, so they do kind of reiterate that this is supposed to be a green brand, but they don't really speak to it in the listing itself, which I found interesting, nor do they really tell you why Aki is green. So I feel like if you're gonna go with that sort of messaging, you should give the potential buyer more information on why it is that this is a green product, because typically people that are environmentally conscious, you know, want to know why, and they're gonna pay attention to the details. This doesn't tell us much. And then it has some information about the actual manufacturer. That's pretty much it as far as the box goes. So opening it up, we see a small box with the AC adapter. We have a user manual, which is written in a bunch of different languages, and I've already gone through it. It's really well written, good information here. And then we have the 24-month product warranty, which is really, really smart. The way that they've worded this as well was really smart. It's very, very white hat, and definitely keeps in mind Amazon's terms of service. And also they made it into a sticker, which I thought was an interesting way to make sure that their clients don't, or their customers don't lose it. That was the compartment in which it rested, all that information, and the AC adapter rested. They have a piece of foam, and then the actual lamp itself and an additional piece of foam. So this thing is really sturdy. It's clear that if you dropped this box, even from quite a height, it would survive just fine. Like, they do a really good job making sure that this product is going to arrive safely, which if you're selling electronics is absolutely key. You can't have your product arrive broken. And then they have this recyclable shrink wrap. And then the actual product itself, you can see they do have some small branding on the very front, a little AC adapter port on the back, and that's virtually it. It's got a chrome finish. I do know, just having looked at the videos, I haven't plugged it in yet, but it does have 3 different dimmable settings, and then it does change colors. So that's all this product is. This is probably the whole setup, quite cheap. Their cost of goods sold has got to be very low in comparison to their product price, which right now is a $26 price point, but is typically around $44. So their margins are probably very high on this product, I would have to imagine. All right, great. So this is the product itself. Now looking at our LoveHate Tool, which if you haven't used it yet is a great way to find ideas and inspiration for product differentiation when reaching out to a supplier. We're already inside the tool, and I've run this session for the top 50 best bedside table lamps. And this is just telling us, looking at all the reviews for the top 50 sellers for bedside table lamps, what customers are saying in their reviews. So what people are loving and what people are hating. Now we have some interesting information here in the love column. We have this word cloud, which shows some various different words. Like if I clicked on soft light right here, it's going to pull up 130 listing or reviews, which include the word soft lighting. And so it might be something that I raise with my supplier when I am sourcing this product, to be like, I need to make sure that the soft lighting is just the right wattage, or whatever it is, looking at these reviews. And then on the flip side, looking at the hate word cloud, you know, I see words like power cord, customer service, quit working. Clearly there's issues with the sort of longevity of this product, and I would want to make sure that I improve on some of the technical shortcomings of products that are similar to this one. So LoveHate, a great tool for understanding what customers love and hate about a product at a glance. All right guys, so far we've looked at the listing itself, the product photos, the packaging, the product itself. We've looked at the competitive landscape, and we've looked at the historical sales data for this product. Last but not least, we're gonna quickly take a look at how well optimized the product is for the right keywords. Now, if you haven't used it yet, you should log into your ZonGuru account and go ahead and use Keywords on Fire. I've run some searches and some sessions on Keywords on Fire for this product already because I wanted to understand what are the best, most relevant keywords for this product niche and for this product. So I ran 3 sessions. The first one was for bedside lamp, the second for touch sensor bedside lamp, and the last one was for table lamp. And the reason why I did that was I wasn't sure what the main buyer keyword was for this product. And so I just picked some from the title of the product itself. Let's just jump into the one that has the highest total revenue. In this list, we're gonna have 441 unique keywords, and these are the best, most relevant keywords for this product. We're gonna just take a look really quickly at what we see here. Right off the bat, I noticed that the total revenue generated by these 441 keywords, almost $16 million. So it's important to understand that as you optimize for the keywords in the list, you're getting a bigger and bigger share of the pie of that $16 million. Looking at this product, obviously the keywords lamp, nightstand lamp, table lamps for bedroom, lamps, table lamps, these are all very, very relevant to the keywords. They have high search volume, they generate a lot of revenue, but they're also quite competitive. So looking at the keyword list here, we have a list of some amazing keywords. They are all generating a lot of revenue, and we can see here, just organized by the ZG score, I see the word lamp and the word light a lot showing up, as you would expect, because that relates directly to this product. Now, a quick pro tip is when you see a word repeating, often you might be able to find a hidden keyword, one that's really, really good and is not targeted, because all of the top sellers for similar products are using lamp and light and lamps and lights, the plural version, in their listing. I might try to find a keyword phrase that does not include that word, which might actually be really solid for my listing. So I'm just gonna show you a quick tip using the Keywords on Fire tool. What I can do is I can say, I have all these amazing filters, but I can say the keyword does not contain, and I'll say light, and then I'll do another one for keyword does not contain lamp. And I'm just curious, I haven't looked at this yet, but I'm just curious to see what information shows up, and I can actually see right away, this is good information. I found one keyword that I know, and this goes back to what I had said earlier in this video, was dorm essentials is the third best keyword that does not contain the word light or lamp. So this might be a keyword. We can see it generates almost $47,000 a month. It has almost 6,000 searches a month. There's only one competitor in the top 25, and it's ranked in the 24th position that ranks for that keyword. So that's a keyword that this seller probably doesn't optimize for, and would be a really good one to add. So last thing I want to do here, guys, is I'm just going to show you really quick how to import this list into Keyword Listing Optimizer, and we're going to see how well optimized this listing is for these keywords. So we're going to click Add to Listing Optimizer. It's going to pull all 441 keywords into the Listing Optimizer tool. We can see them here. Then I've already copied the ASIN. I'm going to paste it. We're going to pull the ASIN info. And now what we can see is the title, description, and bullets have all been pulled. And what we're going to do is click Done. And it's going to show me where this Aki lamp is optimized for these keywords. We can see the lamp, it's very optimized for. Nightstand lamp, it's not. And so on and so forth. And I would imagine, let's see if it's not optimized for dorm essentials. So just a quick point there about listing optimization. Okay guys, we took a deep dive into a product that's making $150,000 on Amazon. We took a look at the listing, the photos, the brand experience, the listing copy, how well optimized it is, the sales and the whole marketplace, and the sales for this product itself. We learned that this seller does a lot of things well. It writes their copy pretty well. They took some pretty decent photos, and they did a great job making sure that this package arrived clean and safe. Some things that they probably could have improved on looking at some of the information that we just learned. Their product photos could have had a little bit more inspiration. Their listing copy could have been a little bit more optimized for the best, most relevant keywords. The product itself could have been just, I think, a little bit The whole experience could have been better unboxing, as well as the kind of question mark around whether or not this is actually a green product. I do want to point out we used some of our amazing Zonguru tools to do this. We looked at keywords on Fire to see how well optimized and what the best, most relevant keywords are. We looked at Sales Spy to see what the historical sales are for this product over time. We looked at the Chrome extension to see how the product sells in relation to its competitors. We used LoveHate to see what this product and the product category could do better or worse through the eyes of actual customers who have left reviews. We're gonna be doing another edition of Zon Trends and another edition of What's in the Box next week. And we hope you guys enjoy this content. Let us know what your thoughts are. We will see you guys next week.